guys and gals. Buffalo here. Back in 2005, the USSOCOM issued requirements for a new 45 ACP service pistol, and this is the pistol that Taurus submitted for the field test trials. The U.S. Special Operations Command eventually canceled the request due to lack of government funding, and Taurus decided to offer this pistol to the civilian market. It went on to win the NRA Golden Bullseye Handgun of the Year Award in 2005. I happen to have one here at the Buffalo range today, so I thought I'd get it out and shoot it a little bit. So let's get started. Actually has a pretty good trigger on it. It's got a really light trigger. I'll have to get the scale out and check it. And a very short reset. Kind of like it. Also has a decocker. It's got a safety. If you push up on the safety, it'll decock it. It's one of the few pistols you can see that red just went in. Maybe you can see. I'm not sure if you can or not. But there's a red cocking indicator there on the back. And you can decock it and go into a double action mode. You've actually got some options with this thing. You can carry it cocked and locked, or you can carry it, and this is striker fired, it's not a hammer fired, so it's a little bit unusual. But carry it cocked and locked. You can carry it first shot double action only with the safety off. Carry it safety on double action only. So you've got options here. See what this double action trigger feels like. A little heavier, longer, as would be expected. Now I'll go right back into that single action. Nice. Very cool. Pretty easy little 45 to shoot. I say little 45. It's got a 5 1/4 inch barrel. Not really a small gun, 12+1 capacity on the magazines. So it's a full-size duty gun, obviously, by it being submitted for the military testing. These guns aren't made anymore. They're no longer available. And I know, Taurus has they've got a reputation with some people that, love them. And then they've got their haters out there too. As soon as you mention Taurus, especially in some of the forums and stuff that I frequent quite a bit, you'll get, opposite ends of the spectrum. You've had people that's had terrible luck with Taurus products. You've had people with some great stories about Taurus products. This, to me, it's a pretty nice handgun, or a pretty nice pistol. So don't really have anything bad to say about this one. It's pretty nice. Let me load up a couple more magazines and I'll get back with you. All right, I've got a couple more mags loaded up, and all I'm shooting today is this Federal aluminum case, 230 grain full metal jacket, just some cheap factory loaded ammo. Let's put another mag through it right here at close range. Shoots pretty dang good. Magazine's drop free. Alright guys, I don't do a lot of takedowns on my videos anymore, but we'll do a quick field strip of this pistol. Now this is not my pistol. It's a loaner here at the Buffalo range, so I'm not super familiar with it, but we should be able to figure out how to take it down pretty easily. This belongs to a friend. You know, I can't thank my friends enough that loaned me firearms for this channel. This channel would have died on the vine a long time ago had it not been for getting new firearms in for my friends all the time. Appreciate them so much. So we'll start. You want to remove your magazine, take it off safe, look in the chamber, look down the mag well, make sure there's nothing in there. Every time somebody accidentally gets shot cleaning a gun, you have to wonder what happened. You know, nobody ever gets shot with a gun they knew that was loaded. It was always they thought it was unloaded. So always double check, triple check, quadruple check. Make sure you're not dealing with a loaded gun when you're working on one. Alright, so next we'll go ahead and decock it. Don't know if you have to decock it, but that's the way I'm going to approach this. Lock the slide back. This is your takedown pin. Rotate it clockwise. Pull out on it. You might have to kind of wiggle it as you pull it out. There's your takedown pin. Let the slide forward. Pull the trigger. Slide should come right off. Now, here's your recoil spring and your barrel, and that's as far as, you know, as far as a field strip needs to go. This gun is kind of made from 3 different materials basically. It's got a steel slide and barrel, of course, polymer lower grip frame, and an aluminum insert here. You can see those long rails. Got long rails in the front, kind of skips a little bit, and then shorter rails in the back. Slide operates really smooth on this setup. I don't know if it's because of those long rails or not, but won't get too much into that. Put it back together just the way opposite of the way we took it apart. And start the barrel in there. I don't know why I struggled with that. Now this recoil spring and guide rod needs to be centered up. You don't want it sitting off to one side or the other. You want it centered up really good with the barrel, because it's got to go into this channel here. So we'll slide the slide back on, push it back and lock it. At this point we can put our pin back in, but what you want to make sure to do, this barrel has a groove in it just for this pin, but you have to pull it all the way out. You can put the pin in like this, but it's not gonna, when you go to close the slide up, you'll realize you messed it up. Make sure the barrel is all the way out. The pin in this time counterclockwise. Use that little ledge on the pin to kind of leverage that little wire spring out of the way. Turn it down as you go. You're turning counterclockwise this time. Push it in there. Turn it up and give it one last push. Should be good. Let the slide forward. We're good to go. A little test function. Trigger pulls. Trigger pulls. It's already decocked. Try double action. This pistol has true second strike capabilities, and the reason they say they put that on there is when you go into single action mode and you're firing, if you have ammunition failure, a lot of times that first fire will drive that ammo on into the chamber, or set it up. It'll clear the dirt out of the firing pin channel so that the second time you fire it'll work. So this gun, unlike a lot of striker fired pistols, has a double action second strike capability. Kind of unusual, not unheard of, but kind of unusual. There it is. Guys, I think I covered just about everything I wanted to cover, or at least everything I know about this pistol. Not an expert on these. This is the Tactical PT 24/7 OSS DS model. Like I say, they're no longer in production. You can find them used out there. I was looking around on the internet today at some. Not as many as what you think are out there, but you can find them and usually find a decent price on them. I'm not going to quote a price just because being on the used market, you know, prices vary depending on how bad you want one and your location and all that stuff. But look around, look at some prices if you're interested in it, and just shop around. Be my best advice. Really nice little, I keep calling it a little pistol. I've called it a little pistol all day. It's a full-size pistol. I'll leave you here with some close-ups, and I'm going to get out of this heat. Man, I'm sweating. It's so muggy out here, I just about need a set of gills to breathe.